people. It's very, very late. I apologize. I was like on a 3-day trip. It was like for our honor society people. 3 days of nothing but doing things and walking and just doing more things. It was alright, I guess. But anyway, this isn't a movie review or a game review or any of that. This is something completely new. It is a Netflix series, and this was recommended to me by Collins Vincent. So he recommended that I do a Netflix series. Now, here's the thing. I don't hate Netflix. I really don't. I mean, why else would I have it? Come on. But here's the problem. I don't watch it very much. I only started watching it mainly because of the show he recommended. But the reason why I haven't watched it, I don't review like shows on Netflix like, like Stranger Things or Orange is the New Black or anything like that. The reason why is because in order to do it right, you have to binge watch it, and that will take hours of my life. I simply don't have time for that. I mean, maybe during summertime when I'm not doing anything, but any other time of the year, no. Because like that will take forever. Because I have to do this job, this YouTube thing, plus everything else in life. That's just not happening. Thankfully, I got an opportunity to do it with this series, and the series that Collins Vincent recommended was Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters. That's what he wanted me to, check out. It's like 13 episodes. It's not too long. I don't know all that much about Stretch Armstrong. All I know, he was a toy. And I do remember the Robot Chicken sketch of him. That's all my knowledge of Stretch Armstrong. But this version, they're all teenagers because, that's just the cool thing, I guess. They're all teenagers. It's not just Stretch Armstrong. No, he has two buddies. You got Wingspan, which, he can fly. And you got Omni Mass, who can make his hands and legs bigger, and whatnot. And Stretch obviously stretches like he's Mr. Fantastic. So they're all teenagers in high school dealing with high school problems. Well, Stretch Armstrong, his name is Jake. He is almost like me. He is he overworks at school. Actually, no, I'm kind of lazy. I don't do all that extracurricular stuff at school, but he does like all these things. He's so focused on school, man, because his dad wants him to, because after his mom died, somebody got to fill in that void, fill in that hole. So yeah, that's Jake. I believe this Wingspan is Nathan, I believe. It might be Nathan. I don't know. He's like, has that dude, Wingspan, let's just call him by their name so what confusion. He is one of those dudes in a large family, so if you're in a large family, it's not easy to really stand out, glide on the swag. One of the good things with being an only child, you don't have to deal with a lot of craziness. But yeah, he's Jake's best friend. Then you got Ricardo, or Omnimass. He's like the new kid at school. He's a bit lazy. He cracks jokes and whatnot. He's almost like, I guess you could say, the Raphael of the group. But actually, I can't make that comparison. There's only 3 members. Nitro's a 4. That's a problem. But, he's basically the more or less comic relief dude. And how they got their powers, well, they were moving around. They decided to go to this place, and then, this doused with like flexarium. It's a really dumb name. And they got their powers, and then they're of course apprehended by the authorities because can't have them run around town with those powers. Well, actually, before that, they figure out the powers, and then like they have like these really crappy looking custom costumes. Then they get taken in. Then they're recruited by Rourke or Rook, whatever. He's like a businessman, and like he wants to use these guys, like these flex fighters, they're basically corporate superheroes. And they give them like all these cool costumes and whatnot that are clearly made to sell toys. And Rook also has like his friend Kane. And no, not the big red machine Kane who's running for mayor. Please vote. I'm just kidding. But, it's not that Kane. He's just like an associate of his. So they're basically there to stop the villain of the week. That's what it felt like. A couple episodes, just like a villain of the week. You got Electric Girl. You got like Smokestack. You got like this weird, big old creature. I don't even know what that is. You got twins. You got twin sisters. They're like crazy. Basically, Dee Dee from Batman Beyond. If you've seen it. I believe I'm missing out some others. There's like Circuit. I forgot the dude's name, but they're all just villains of the week. But there's also this other character, Blind Strike, who's a ninja. Makes him cool. Well, not him. Well, makes her cool. Yes, Blind Strike is a female. Not only that, in School like Jake or Stretch Armstrong. Whatever. If you've seen this show, you know who's who. He, has a crush on this girl. I believe it's Raya. I believe it's hard to remember these names, but has a crush on her. And he was supposed to take her to the dance, but then Jake was busy with his little episodic problem of like his stretching powers going out of control. So Ricardo, took his spot, and turns out like Ricardo and Raya, I don't know. She has like purple hair, like they get along better, and then like some other stuff, a bunch of teenage drama, basically. So Blind Strike is like Jake's crush, and like there's like this whole plot. Yeah, Dr. C, like, apparently, originally, like, I believe Dr. C betrayed Rook. Well, somebody betrayed somebody, and, like, she was, like, on a flight, and then she was presumed dead, but of course she's not dead. This is a kid's show. And then there's also this dude, let's just get back to Dr. C. And so apparently what the whole plot was that she's getting like all these people to work, all these villains to work for her. Or, Stretch Monster. What? I just spoiled it. So you got this other dude called Stretch Monster. No one knew who he was originally. He was just a monster who stretched, and that's about it. And yeah. So Stretch, Wingspan, Omnimax have to deal with all these problems. But then, like, at the end of the season, I guess, the whole show goes in for a loop. Turns out, spoiler alert, Rook is Stretch Monster. Don't know how he did it. Don't know how he made that possible, but he just did. And because he's such a wealthy businessman, he basically has control of the whole city, and he makes like the flex fighters into criminals, and so in the end, yeah, flex fighters and Blind Strike, now Rita, and Dr. C, they have to go together and stop this evil plot. And that was the end of the 13 episode series. So, what do I think of this? What do I think of this show? Well, considering I only heard about it when Collins Vincent brought it up, I had no expectations because with Netflix, it's what's the right way to put it? It varies drastically. It's like for every Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things, and whatnot, all those, you have, I can't say Bright, because Bright has very divided opinion. You know, trust me. Like, instead of like all those good Netflix shows, there's a Mute. There is a Cloverfield Paradox. There is a Tarzan and Jane. Stuff that's really bad. So I don't know. I didn't know which category Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters was going to be. Luckily, it leans more towards the good side, but it's not great, to be honest. So I'll explain. But what did I like? Well, the animation, unlike most Netflix series, especially that Magic School Bus abomination. I'm not even going to get into that, but animation is smooth, it's crisp, doesn't look choppy. It looks like, something that would work on TV. You could like watch, like, it almost looks like something, I wouldn't say on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. Maybe, no, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna say, if this show was actually on TV, it would probably either be on Nickelodeon or 4Kids, if that was still around. Probably, because maybe not 4Kids. They're terrible. Probably Nickelodeon, to be honest. They'd probably pick it up. But yeah, animation is TV quality, which is good. Voice acting, the series has a lot of good voice actors in here. I mean, you got Keith David, which is automatic thumbs up. He's Kane. You got I forgot the dude's name, Scott Mensville. The dude who played Robin and like the original Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. He's Stretch. And there's quite a lot of voice talent on here. It's kind of impressive. The story, well, it's just your average hero's gotta save the day story, sadly. Well, I guess that's like more of a con, but I guess let's just go to cons now. Story is very, very, very generic in parts. It's not much, twists and turns, make you like, oh snap, I gotta watch the next episode. No, like the series in like the middle felt very, very episodic, like one just separate story. In each episode, like type of stuff I like is like when something like continues, like in a continuous way. That's how I do my show. My wrestling show. I have continuity and whatnot. And while there is some continuity, just a couple episodes just felt there, to be honest. The characters, the main three are likable enough, but there's just not enough to them, There's not enough character development. And they're all kind of just like, I don't know. I think one note is just a little too harsh, but that's how I feel. They're just nothing. I'm not really connected to these characters, And that's one of the problems. The theme song, terrible. It's so bad, so cringe. I remember like this. Actually, today I was watching the rest of the series like on my phone with my headphones, and like whenever the theme song starts playing, I just like shut off the volume because I don't want to hear that theme song. It's terrible. It's tacky. It's cringe. It's not fun to listen to. I don't think I'm missing anything else. I think I've covered all the main points. Yeah, I think I did. So, would I recommend this show to all of you? Well, it depends. I mean, if you just want to watch, an animated series, that's not terrible. And even though you can see like some of the twists from a mile away, if you want something that's just okay, then I guess Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters is good for you, I guess. So personally, I'd give Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters, a long name. I'm gonna be a little. No, I was about to say it'd be like a little. Certain it's not like TV quality. It's not on TV. I'll give it a little bit of pass, but Netflix has some really good stuff and some really bad stuff, so it's hard to give a pass on anything. I'll just give it a 6 out of 10. Wouldn't highly recommend it to everybody, but if you're bored, you got nothing to do, you're just scrolling through Netflix like I do sometimes. And if you just watch it, you might enjoy it. I don't know. And would I watch? I guess the main question is like, would I watch a second season? Maybe. That's a definite maybe. It's not a yes or a no. But I guess I'll just see when that shows up, I guess. So yeah. That's my review of Stretch Armstrong and the Flex Fighters. I'd like to do more Netflix series reviews, but that's unlikely because my life's just too busy for that. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, and I will see you all next time. I am out.